Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Bing. Hello. Can I have your attention, please? Oh my gosh, you think we did? Yeah, right. Come on. You want to bring them down?
Okay, good morning, everybody. I have my secret little trick. Nice. You guys are well trained. Okay, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Reading. I'm Lisa Carson, the senior minister here. And if you haven't already noticed, we're doing things a little differently today. And so I will explain more about what we're going to do, but just I wanted to invite you in to a different perspective today. It seems like when we always sit in the same spot, talk to the same people, we don't rewire our all that elastic programming in our brain that is so easy to grow and expand the neurons if we have a different perspective. And so I'm inviting you all into a different perspective today. In fact, in the science, anybody read their Science of Mind magazine today that you could also buy back in the bookstore later? Anyway, there's a great little spot where it said, the guidance of the beginner's mind. It's easy to become complacent in our daily lives and fall into routines. But the Zen Buddhists have a practice called Shoshin, means letting go of preconceptions as a true novice would when learning daily activities. And so we want to cultivate curiosity and freedom today in a different perspective. In fact, if you're sitting, this is just an invite, if you're sitting with the same people that you always sit with as well, I invite you to mix it up a bit, except for Cher, she has to stay there. To just move around so you can talk to some different people. It's up to you. And then we'll go ahead and begin with, the opening song and after the practitioner. And announcements. So Cher, are you going to do the announcements now? Thank you. Okay, we'll do the opening song.
Well, in the vein of growth and change and opening our hearts, I'm going to evoke Bob Dylan with a little bit of the times they are changing. So also feel free to join in. This is our morning anthem. And say thank you, Bob. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, and you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changin'.
All good.
Come, senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. Battle outside is raging. We'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing.
I hope it's all. Just wanted to say, when you scroll back, I won't be up here for a while because we'll be walking around for the video.
Come, mothers and fathers throughout the land,
Sorry, I screwed.
and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast. The present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for inviting the Spirit. Thank you, Bob Dylan.
She'll do the announcement.
What a fun day. Is this on? You can hear me? I never need a mic, but they like me to use it. But it's wonderful seeing all of you today in little circles of love. I should say semicircles of love. And don't feel bad about what just happened. I've been in France. You know how cobblestones are uneven? Try walking in the rain. I slid into third base and I wasn't playing baseball. I just was really happy that I didn't break anything. These are the focus announcements. Today, there is a free CPR and AED. Check-in is 11:45, so you have time for refreshments, then go right into the social hall. The training is from 12 to 2:30. We also have a center fundraiser. It's Grave Mistakes. It's a haunted romantic comedy. What could be better than that? Wednesday, September 16th. The tickets are available now. You can get them at the board desk or see Lori or Jen. It's $25 per ticket. Science of Mind magazines are available for purchase in the bookstore. Each edition is for 2 months. The ongoing study group meets every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Friday, September 4th, Spiritual Music Jam hosted by Shem Smith, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Just a reminder that Monday, September 7th, the office and the bookstore will be closed in honor of Labor Day. And there's some exciting changes going on with our children's church, now known as Sunday Fun Day. We're excited to share that we've hired a new director for Children's Church, Mina Sanchez, and we've also hired a new assistant, Zoe Gerber. If you see the new faces, please take an opportunity to introduce yourself. Bonnie, Kelly Rizzi, Hannah Swain will all continue to teach on a rotational schedule, so it's exciting. We're still needing help in the sound booth, which is also a very fun opportunity. It's for the service and for special events, and just contact Joey or Doug Held if you're interested in training. This is a paid position, so please check in. And this is the reading for today. And as you know, we're in an open, collaborative environment. We're building that. Just think if we could build that globally. The greatest disease in the West today is not TB or leprosy. It's being unwanted, unloved, uncared for. We can cure physical diseases with medicine, but the only cure for loneliness, despair, and hopelessness is love. There are many in the world who are dying for a piece of bread, but there are many more dying for a little love. The poverty in the West is a different kind of poverty. It's not only a poverty of loneliness, but also of spirituality. There's a hunger for love as there's a hunger for God. And that's from Mother Teresa, A Simple Path. Mother Teresa, knowing that love is all there is.
I'm going to back up a little bit and welcome you. I'm Reverend Dr. Mary Mitchell, the practitioner of the day, and we're here in a very unusual day that you're going to enjoy and walk away going, oh my God, that was awesome. That's my treatment for this. Right now, I'd like you to wave to all the people in the world. They're going to have the camera showing everybody, and we want everybody in Spain especially share to see us all and know that we're here and very happy to be here. Good morning. Good morning. If you have a cell phone, we'd appreciate it if you would shut that off. Thank you. And I'm always interested in how many people duck down when I say that and get their phone. We really appreciate that very, very much. The spiritual mind treatment for today is about this collaborative environment. So we always start our prayer knowing that God is all there is. And that means God is in the chair you're sitting in the music that's being played, and in the beautiful music of our choir director, Gwen. It's in the city, it's in the streets, it's everywhere around us, this energy we call God. And so when we gather together with people we know and don't know, it gives us a great opportunity to make new friends, to be finding ourselves with like-minded people, which is always a joy as we learn new things together. And so today is that kind of opportunity. So I'm so grateful for Reverend Lisa for putting this together, and grateful for, to me, it's one of those Mickey Mouse days. It's an anything can happen day, if you didn't notice. And so as we just embrace how things flow this morning, we're just so glad, so grateful to be here. Thank you, God. And so it is.
So what is it they say? Can you hear me? Am I on yet? Yes. Okay, great. It's not whether you fall, but how you can get back up again, right? No skin knees. I think I'm good. Yeah, it was funny because you know what you think about, you bring about, and I was thinking, that cord looks a little precarious. I hope somebody doesn't trip on that. So I'm thinking that I sacrifice myself so that nobody else would have that problem. Anyway, thank you all for being here, being open-minded, flexible, and open to connection, because that's really what this is about. And I think of the fact that we often come together here at the center and we sit behind people for years, or sit in front of them or beside them. But just staring at the back of somebody's head, you often wonder, do they really even see me? Do they know me? Do they know what my fears are? Do they know what my strengths are? Do they know their tag is sticking out? Should I say anything? Had that before. But because one of the, did it switch? I just put in new batteries. Like she said, anything goes today. So I could do it manually. There. One of the greatest challenges facing any spiritual community today is not the lack of spirituality, but it's the illusion of separation, that there's us and them, and that oftentimes people don't feel that connection, that ability to be themselves. So what becomes possible when we stop seeing ourselves as separate and begin living from the truth that we are already connected? Because we are. In fact, on a spiritual level, science of mind says, yes, we are all connected. In fact, we come from one source, one loving presence, one intelligence, one consciousness, and we can operate out of that as individual expressions. But how does this work on a physical, scientific level, which we're religious science, so we tie it in? How many of you have heard of quantum entanglement? Oh, good. So one of the things that physics is giving us a vocabulary today is that there are particles that can be entangled from billions of years ago, when our Big Bang happened 3.5 billion years ago, or something even bigger than that. Anyway, a long time ago. And when particles are entangled, they operate in a unique way, and they have an impact on each other. In fact, I'm going to invite Cher to come up and not trip. That's a safer option, to quickly demonstrate what I'm talking about. So let's say Cher and I are two particles, but we come from the same source, the same stream. We're entangled now. And now I launch Cher off into the universe, like billions of miles, and she just got over jet lag. She'll be used to it. And so we're far apart. Now, this is what quantum entanglement is like 101. The moment I start turning, Cher would automatically spin in the opposite direction because we're entangled. So ready? Okay, now back. Okay, you did it. Thank you, Cher. Okay, don't go that way. No, go away, but just don't fall. So basically, that's, as I said it in a really basic elemental nutshell, but there's no wires between Cher and I. There was no communication, well, a little bit, but I had to educate that particle. And basically, we are, when quantum entanglement is explained, which is very confusing, by the way. You can look this up on your own because it's difficult to put into words. But basically, we're fundamentally connected. And Einstein even said, wow, this is weird. And he called it spooky action at a distance because he couldn't make sense of it. And it wasn't, and he kept on thinking, there must be some hidden variables, like a invisible cable that we can't really see that connects these particles. It wasn't until 2022 when 3 physicists were awarded the Nobel Prize for physics that they demonstrated over and over in a lab that quantum entanglement existed at this fundamental level. And so I think of that with all of us. How, in a sense, we are all fundamentally connected. Let's see if this is connected now. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, manually. So while we're connected, we are still different. We have our different ideas, beliefs, we look different, and yet we also have 99.9% the same DNA. So while we have different histories and personalities, but underneath it all, we have diversity and spiritual connections. So think about the choir. In fact, I can answer this. If everybody sang on the same note, how would that sound? Boring. Okay, not good. That's why each person has their own inflection, their own harmony. So together, they can blend and make a beautiful, beautiful song. And so too, as spiritual beings having a human experience, we all make the world so much more beautiful with our diversity. And we are also fundamentally connected in the heart. They've been doing studies with the Heart Math Institute that show that the energy field around the heart is the most powerful energy field, either in our bodies or beyond, where we can connect with others and help heal. They also did some scientific studies where people meditated in Washington, D.C. years ago, and they were able to lower the crime rate for a number of months after all these people meditated together, focusing on peace and harmony within the city. So that focused intention can be very powerful when we apply it. And that's also why treatment is incredible, because when we do treatment for another person, Cher doesn't have to be right next to me. She can be out billions of miles in outer space, and I could do a treatment for her where she could be receiving it and healing at the same time. Brené Brown says, I define connection as the energy that is created between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance from the relationship. So that's what it's about. Sustenance, getting fed by your connection with others. We're not just isolated little islands. Today we're going to do something, as I kind of warned you ahead of time, 3 little practices at once. Practice 1, I want you to be curious. That opens the mind. Practice 2, be vulnerable. Be willing to open up a little. And practice 3, maybe who hasn't spoken. Just be aware of sharing the space. So what we're going to do in just a moment, I have my little chimes to pull you guys back. You're going to answer a question that I'm going to share with you in a moment up in one of the slides. And basically, we'll just take about 3 minutes, so it'll be quick because we have other questions to answer. So when you hear the chimes by the third one, please quiet down and focus back up here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and introduce the first question. What is one of your unique skills or contributions in life? And now, I'm not necessarily talking about physical things, although I can touch my tongue to my nose, and that's cool. And I can also go like that. So you might have a physical skill that you're impressed with, but I'd rather that you go a little deeper. But if that's all you want to share is, how your ears turn or something, go ahead. But also maybe share a little bit more from the heart. What is a gift you have that you can offer, or a skill or contribution that you've given to your life? Okay? So go ahead and start discussing, and I'm going to set my little timer. And then we'll share back out. Yeah. Everybody, you have 3 minutes for everyone to share briefly. I don't know what's wrong with it. Thanks. Oh, I know what's wrong with it. Let me have it. I know what's wrong with it. Wait, give it to me. I know what's wrong. I forgot to put him back in. I forgot to take the thing out. Put it back in. Bottom goes at the springs. Bottom part on the springs. No, switch it. Oh, okay. Where's the top? Thanks. I just remembered. Okay, I hope everybody's had a chance. Let me. Okay, now I'm just going to take a couple suggestions of people who want to share out. Preferably you just like maybe one from each group, but if you really want to share, just raise your hand and I'll call on you and you could share one contribution that you have or maybe that you thought somebody else had that's special. Anybody want to? Yes, Bobby.
One of my gifts is being a writer, and I just published my 4th book yesterday. So I'm very
Okay. For those in cyber world, Bobby just published her 4th book yesterday. So that is a wonderful contribution. Now, they all don't have to be that big or glamorous, but anybody else want to share some gift you have? Oh, yes.
I would like to say, sure, this wonderful woman here sees the positive in everything. Can you imagine?
Ah, great. She sees the positive in everything, they just said. Nice. Okay. How about this side of the room? 1 or 2 shares from over here. Yes. Very good. You are people. Oh, okay. I like that. You work with people. As Bridget said, like attracts like. They're people. They all sat in the same cluster there. Any from over here? I know Gwen has an incredible contribution with her beautiful voice. So I'm going to out you there. Not that you had to be outed. Yes, Sally, you could speak into my cheek.
I have the ability to think quickly on my feet, and I also think I have the ability to make people feel comfortable.
Yes, you do. Thank you for sharing that, Sally. Okay. Everybody got through that alive? And I figured out how to fix this. Once Joey came and got it, I remember what was wrong with it. So we're evolving here. So the next question is from me to we. How does your life participate in the greater life of your family, the center, or the community at large? And it might be that your book is helping them, but I also know a lot of you here are part of what we call seva. And seva is a Sanskrit word for selfless service unto God, which is a spiritual practice that helps get people out into a I was sharing yesterday in this group that I used to work with very depressed people in a mental hospital as a teacher. And the one thing we would encourage them to do was to go and be of service and help somebody out, and how much that contributed to their healing mentally. Because when they were able to help somebody else, it gave them the endorphins and made them feel better as well. So when we do this particular share, I want you to ask the question, what is one way you participate? Maybe it is with your family. The people group should have no issue back there doing their questions. So go ahead, and I'll set the timer again, and I'm going to try and get a microphone for us as well. So go ahead and begin sharing. We have about 3 minutes. Morning. Sorry, I'm keeping you on your toes today.
Getting ready to bring it up anyway.
Oh, thanks. Feel free to scoot your chairs in a little closer if you can't hear each other.
And I'm also teaching the psychic development class here in the church. We're going pretty good. Okay. Okay, I have a microphone now, so a quick share out. If you didn't get a chance to share for each particular question, I invite you to go to the social hall afterwards, where even though we're having CPR, we're going to be doing something back there as well that you could share a little bit more with somebody in your group. So who would like to tell a little bit about what they've been doing in terms of family, community, center? Anybody? Roger? Sure.
You turn like you were interested. So,
Okay. Hi.
is it on? Is it? Can you hear him? I think.
Testing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. My name is Roger Gray, and
Bobby and I met at the steps of the Red Lion before there was any structure here, waiting for the church building, which we were meeting at the Red Lion. And so we've been involved in a lot of projects. I was on the sound team for 5 years, and that was a learning experience. And Bobby and I have taught classes. We're teaching a psychic development class here at the church now, which has had good reviews. And I've been a hypnotherapist for 38 years, and I'm writing my book right now called, what did we call it?
That's
Being Human.
oh. Oh.
Being Human, a manual.
Oh. Thank you. I'm going to have to talk to you more about that because I'm human, as you could tell earlier today. Okay, who else would like to share something? Something about maybe you are the best grandmother or grandfather in your neighborhood and you're really proud of it. That's shareable too. You give to your family. Anybody? No? You can't out somebody else, Charlie. In fact, when you do that, you have to share.
Well, there was such wonderful sharing in our group. I don't want to speak for you, but you know, I really enjoy serving the center.
Do you want to stand so people can see you?
Do Seva and landscape being part of that team,
Mhm.
and whatever needs to be done in terms of just showing up and being present with others, because it really does make me feel better.
Mhm.
You know, it feels good, and I think that extends into my family and everything I do. So it's about showing up.
Yeah, it is. You're a wonderful shower-upper. In fact, Charlie helped do all the chairs. Peter.
So I wanted to share about Jenny, because we have a granddaughter who is 5, and from the beginning, she came on here when, for me, my journey was really exploding, and she just poured into this young being beauty, and I can see the impact of it on her, but on us as well. And it's kind of really a cool, divine worship experience to be a part of that growing of a human.
Nice. Thank you. Yes, Mary. Can you stand or not?
I can't.
Oh, good.
Look at that, I can stand. The thing I want to share with you is that I take great pleasure in living in a forward-moving way. And I'm moving from you, but I'm moving forward. And I think that that example that I'm creating, of living in a forward-looking way, is something a lot of people have picked up on, and I thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much, Mary. Yes, we're going to miss you. Okay, we'll go on to the next question, unless somebody really is burning desire to share. All right. The next one is a little bit different, but it's how does being vulnerable make us stronger? How are you vulnerable in your life? And one quick example is sometimes when we share a fear, for instance, we've focused on fear a lot this last month. When you share that, how does that give permission for somebody else to share? So in what ways have you been vulnerable in your life? Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves, as they say. Okay, cutting you guys off a little earlier since we have a few more things to get through. Any ideas on having vulnerability? How does that help you, help others? Oh, over here, making me work out today. Lisa, I like your name. Do you want to stand? Got a great name.
I just feel like that when we are being vulnerable and being our genuine selves, that opens up the possibility of other people doing the same thing. We recognize common vulnerabilities, and then in that unity, we're stronger.
Thank you. Very well spoken. Anybody else? Roger. Okay.
This is interesting because I just learned that the word intimacy is Latin, and what it means is sharing fears.
Thank you. That's a great segue into the next slide. Well, actually, 2 slides down, but I'd let more people share, but as I said, in the interest of time, we're going to move forward a little bit because I'm going to get you guys also ready for Thanksgiving. We don't have to all agree to belong in community. How do you handle diversity or people you may not agree with? And as I said, the holidays are just a couple months away. And how do you sit down with people who could be family members where you are on opposite sides of things? How do you find that connection? And do you have to always agree? But how do you go forward knowing that you have diversity and that there's strengths in diversity as well? So we'll just take about 2 minutes on this one. So go ahead and share in your groups.
I really got into this when my wife and I moved down to
Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, this class is getting a little more comfortable with themselves and reminds me when I taught high school. I would have to ring the bell a bunch of times. So any people back here, since I didn't get that, how do you handle diversity in your families, communities? Okay, Mary.
I have a neighbor who is politically opposite of me, sometimes we can get into little struggles, but the thing that I say to her, and it works for her and it works for me, is I said, Becky, you've got a good heart.
Or in the South, when they would say, bless your heart. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Anybody from the South? Yes. But I love that when I had one of my first minister friends, or taught me as a minister, she was from Georgia. And anytime she was annoyed with us, she'd just say, bless your heart. And yeah, we knew how to take that. So I want to move forward because of some other slides to get into. So once again, I invite you to discuss more in the social hall afterwards. Now, as we talked earlier about fear, if we don't fear our differences, we can communicate better. So that's the key takeaway here too, is if you know that ultimately we're all connected, we don't have to live in that fear. And a quick review of this month. Does anybody remember what the acronym of fear is? And it's not forget everything and run. False evidence appearing real, yes. And so when we live from that space of fear, we kind of freeze up because we can look at fear as a signal, information, a wake-up call, like my alarm, and showing us the contrast. When we know what we don't want, we get a clearer idea on what we do want. Marianne Williamson said, fear is a belief in the absence of love. So as a way of just quickly looking back to fear for a moment, we either make decisions based in fear or based in love. And so this next question that I want to have us share a little bit with, what fears have you released this last month? Since I know you've all been really good students taking notes, so go ahead and talk in your groups. Just try and make it briefer by going around and maybe every person sharing one fear that you have let go of or you're on the cusp of letting go of. Okay? Do you want to share anything? Do you want to share anything?
I joined the community choir, and that we're talking about vulnerability.
Yeah.
You know, I can't sing, and I've signed up for a second season.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, nice. Fears, yes.
I'm working on quite a few fears. I have a lot of
Yeah.
Fear of the future.
Hmm.
I haven't released it yet, how to say, because it changes all the time. So,
Yeah,
but I'm aware of it.
that's a common one. Well, good. Anything you want to share, Pete? No? Okay. Okay. Anybody want to share one? Share. Go ahead. Stand.
I love acronyms. So the acronym of fear being false evidence appearing real probably isn't new to any of us. But I asked Spirit one time, okay, then what's really, really real? And the voice came back and said, recognize everything as love. R-E-A-L.
I like that. A nice contrast. Anybody over here? One fear you've released this month? Maybe a fear of speaking into the microphone.
Yes, Mark, stand up, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm Mark. I did a little experiment in the last week. I took my watch off. And, you know, I kind of operate with a certain level of anxiety, you know, oh, that board meeting in two days, I've got to prepare all this for it or whatever, and thinking I got to do this way ahead of time, and I don't. And I can have calmness between now and the next day. And I felt calmer not having the watch on and being the pesky little reminder of time passing. So, and I could kind of be more in the present moment is the way I felt.
Thank you. Okay, well, hold on to those fears and share them. No, don't hold on to the fears. The ideas of the fears and share them in the social hall. Misspoke there. The next slide now, it's something to think about while we're going to do a little project. You thought we had already done enough, right? What will you do this year if you have no fear? And so expanding out, I want you to think, beginning here, August 30th, until next August 30th, I'm going to ask you in a year, and we're going to see if you had no fear, really, if you took that off the table, knowing that everything is love, decisions based in love. And so now I'm going to ask Joey to bring up a song that I have permission to play from the artist. She was at a Silmar one year. Her name's Janice Stanfield. Anybody ever hear Janice Stanfield? And she has a beautiful song on the same topic. Now, it plays pretty quickly, and so you can look it up on your own to read all the subtitles, because I get they go quickly. But it shows different people overcoming fearful things. So if you're ready, Joey, you can start it. For what? Maybe, Joey, a little louder.
What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sails? How far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are there miracles in you and me? You know there are. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if If I were brave, what would I do today? If I were brave, what would I do today? If I were brave, what would I do today? If I were brave. If I refuse to listen to the voice of fear, with the voice of courage whisper in my ear. Maybe this is what I'd hear. I am brave enough to move ahead where true believers dare to tread. Never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step will I take today? I am brave. What will I do 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 today? I am brave.
Okay. That song has inspired me over and over again, and I hope you got some ideas too. Not that you have to wrestle a crocodile or alligator, whatever that was. But what we're going to do now is, you've all been given a bowl. No, not yet. Not this one. I'm hearing voices. Anybody else hearing voices? So what we're going to do is, you've been given puzzle pieces. And now, I'll see if the questions come up. Yes. We don't have community. We are community. We build community. And so what I'd like you to do today is write down on one of the puzzle pieces either something that you have contributed in your life, in your world. And also there's enough puzzle pieces. You could do 2 puzzle pieces and write down what would you do this year if you had no fear? And I've got extras, as I said, and then after the service, we're going to skip the peace song today because we still have one more song from Gwen. And you're going to write down, maybe while she's singing, enjoy that. But you're going to write down 1 question or 2 words that express a uniqueness that you have to contribute to the community. And what will you do this year if you have no fear? And so go ahead and pass the puzzle pieces to people in your group. And as I said, you can have seconds. And then we're going to take them back. There's a table in the social hall that we're all going to fit our pieces together at some point. Whether we do it, you don't have to do it today. It might take too much activity. But just leave them there, and throughout the week, people will be putting them together to show that you all matter. You're part of this community. And without your piece, the puzzle overall would be missing. So it's a beautiful puzzle that I invite you to look at regardless. So while you're writing that, we'll do the offertory in just a moment. Can we switch things up a little bit and you do your song right now, and then we'll have the offertory after that, okay? Thank you. So your 2 questions: what do you want to contribute, and what would you do this year if you had no fear? As we listen to the beautiful music of Gwen.
I'm offering I can see clearly.
Everybody get one? Yeah, we can't hear her.
Hi. Oh,
There.
Okay.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, I can see clearly now. Wonderful Johnny Nash. So join in as you feel inspired, and enjoy your prompts because they're very tasty. Okay. The song always makes me so happy. Oh, that's it. I want to start it up again. I think it was a little cut off at the start. Ooh. Could I get it from the beginning again? Oh. Start it again. It was like I need to hear from the beginning. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I'm gonna run, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see all obstacles in my way. The dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. 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 Good.
Thank you, Gwen.
Thank you all.
It's so nice having you back, and what a beautiful voice you have. And now we're going to get ready for the offertory, which Mary is going to lead. And I invited the ushers to be creative in how they do this.
Where are the ushers? Let's see. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, thank you, Judy.
They'll go
Come on forward.
together. You don't have to collect them all. They'll go put their laces together. It's okay.
I'm so
Blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I'm so blessed. So blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. So blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I want to give thanks for the offering, but I also want to give thanks for the ushers and greeters, because how do they go around laughing as they're collecting offering this morning? That just cracks me up. Thank you all. Thank you. Because we want to thank all of you for the donations, because each dollar supports this center in so many ways, So as we learn to share together, enjoy each other's company, pray together, and share the bounty of these gifts in our center, we know we express love and give love in greater ways into the world. Thank you, God. And so it is.
And now I'd like to invite everybody to take, if you turn in your puzzle piece, that's fine too, but to go back and see how we all come together and connect. So let's close with a little closing treatment here. And just, once again, put your hand on your heart, breathe into that powerful energy of the heart. Inhale and exhale. And know that as we come together in consciousness, we take this awareness, this understanding, this connection with us throughout the week, knowing that we are community. We are greater than just our individual parts, because we come together with so many more ideas, creativity, understanding. And so as we step back without judgment and just allow other people to be their beautiful, diverse selves, we can truly expand the consciousness of the world. And so with that knowing, with that clarity, knowing we can see clearly now, I release this to divine mind, and together we affirm by saying, and so it is. And join us for CPR as well. Thank you so much for being here.